Hello, this is Hi Bob Warbob, and let's play some Ultimate General Civil War. Yep. That's just bad. Yep, they just got melted again. I thought I was far enough back. See,
Not a good time.
Yeah, you gotta be back in these houses, like, completely, pretty much. And I think they really need a rest, because I'm not able to move them back fast enough. And guys just keep coming. I really need to not have these guys forward, but I really wanted them to be forward to get that guy out. Because I really do not want them to. Gotta allow them to. Oh, seriously? You just disappear. Whatever. You know, sometimes you can't shoot through your own units, but sometimes you basically can. It's like, sure. Well, that's like 200 men right there. It's close. It's too close. Between that one and this one over here, it's basically 200 men I've lost in snipers.
Is that 150 more than you're comfortable with?
It's pretty close. Right at that range. See, and they've got men back there. See how they're moving around all over the place? They just don't use them as efficiently as they should. For some reason, my guys aren't targeting all the artillery that's out in the open. Well, it's not in the open. Right, they're charging. Where are they charging? What do they see? I don't see what they're seeing. Do you see what they're seeing?
I don't. Aside from Leggett, who's legging it, I'm struggling to figure out what else they're trying to do.
Yeah. Leggett's about to get wrecked, though.
Oh no, he's having a he. It's a terrible day for him. He just doesn't know it yet.
If I can actually see him. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. This is a terrible place.
No, look at
And
Ben.
then he's there.
Jesus. Leggett's like, activate cloaking device.
Pretty much. And then I get seen, and then I get hit by artillery. And
not ideal. And then Leggett just gets evaporated.
he should, but for some reason they're not firing because he's white shielded. So we'll just evaporate him anyway. There we go. That's a little better. Not a lot, but did I really tell you to do that? I don't remember telling you to do that. But I guess I did. Because I'm an idiot. Evidently. Okay. And, like, you can't move these guys out of here, like, at all. Like, you might be able to get close enough to hit Stevenson.
I can see that. You can't go anywhere. I see that.
You can usually hit Stevenson with, like, one guy, but oftentimes the second guy can't do it. I don't usually think I have two guys over here. Because I think he'd have to be stacked, like, directly on top of him to get the same shot. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like they can both get it there. Somehow they, Superman the shot over the river. I don't know. Physics in this game. Oh, man. Woods is coming in now. It's just a procession of one after another. That is just great. Don't ever have a chance to move forward.
Coming into a conch line of their death.
Yeah, I mean, they're dying. They're just making it really annoying for me, too. Ah, see, they disappear again. Okay, so... And this guy's getting seen. Lovely.
And destroyed, but well, Vandelver or Vandever is bye bye.
Yeah, I mean, another 200 men, but I just lost 11 snipers because I was like one step. Somehow he got seen right there. Even after Vandelver's like at the end of my range, somehow I'm still getting seen. It's like, whatever. I think they're still shooting me. Some. I don't know. This is just a terrible place. Terrible place. If you move forward and get more cover, it doesn't help any because they can still see you somehow. Oh, see? And now they're running after that guy. No. No. This game, sometimes. Okay. Gotta actually tell them to hold. Can't have them running off the top of each other like that. Great. Fire? Oh no. Bad times. Bad times. Bad times.
Ooh, to be a detached skirmisher. Oof.
Yeah.
Although Buckland just left half his, not half his command, but a big piece of it.
Hey, look, I can see Sands. That's nice. Hey, Sands. Catch. Let's play catch. You're it.
I don't want to play this game anymore. It's stupid.
I wouldn't want to either. It's like, what, 8-on-1?
Yeah, rip.
That's not fun. It's the kind of game that, you get told you're bullying people whenever you start playing. You're like, I'm not bullying. It's just 8-on-1. That's not bully. No, I'm kidding. Don't bully people. That's really mean. But I mean, literally the definition of warfare is trying to be a bully, though, because you never want to go in on even terms.
Yeah. Actual war is awful. Like it's designed deliberately to not be fair or balanced or anything like that.
Yeah.
We get whiny like in this game, like, oh, the Confederates have a hard time. They don't seem like they ever have a chance. Yeah, they had 1/10 the railroad and they had 1% of the industrial capacity or something like that. Like,
yeah,
it wasn't fair from the get go, dude. Like,
it wasn't just not fair. It was like incredibly lopsided.
yeah, that game wouldn't have made it through beta testing, that's for sure.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, I will admit this, that the way that you play, where you get 10-to-1 casualties, if you did that in the Civil War as the Confederates, the war would have been over.
Yeah, I mean, currently on the field, I believe you're using 2,000% of the number of Whitworths that were actually manufactured over the course of the entire war, but sure. Yeah.
That is also true.
I think they really struggled to produce enough cannon to kind of put up the really impressive cannonade you're putting up with right now.
Most of my cannons are captured except some of the 20-pound parrots.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not talking about the actual guns. I've read repeatedly that the actual guns used were more often than not captures from the Union, but the powder and the shot and everything else.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, that. Bad times. Bad times.
Yeah, this game doesn't really take into account like the manufacturing chain of, oh, we need to get this and that and these various and sundry chemicals and things from the earth and then turn them into, little mini ball packets. I think if they were they still doing it's a paper packet, you bite the tip off and spit it down the bullet, or was that?
It depends. I think some of the older guns were, but a lot of the newer guns weren't, I think.
I don't think they were at cartridges yet until you got to the repeaters. Cartridges started coming into the equation, and that was obviously great towards the end for the Union, but
For the Union,
yeah, it's fantastic for the Union.
not for the Confederates.
Armchair history.
Yes, definitely. I mean, a lot of things were like the Confederates could have never even thought about producing cartridges, like actual cartridges. There's no way.
Not in sufficient number to be useful. They could, I mean, they had the capacity to make them, just not enough to do anything besides equip one single, cavalry brigade or something.
Division. I mean, not even a division, like just a brigade. A very small unit.
Or, whatever they got through the blockade run from the Brits.
Yeah, well, that's not them producing it. That's the Brits producing it and running it through.
I don't think that even in an ideal scenario, they were expecting to be able to actually produce anything in sufficient enough number. I think even the most hardline would have been able to read a spreadsheet or whatever the equivalent would have been, and be like, "Yep, no, we're not, we're not going to outproduce our way through this."
No.
It was all victory by politics and war exhaustion, which they were far closer to actually accomplishing than I think anybody really realizes.
I mean, against anybody but Lincoln, they probably would have already given up.
You're not wrong.
I mean, maybe like some others might have held out, but man, that would be tough to hold out for. Like, because that really what, like, if he was an interesting combination of two things. He felt very strongly about slavery, which meant that he felt very strongly about the Civil War and stopping slavery, but at the same time was not stupid enough to think, I can just say that slaves are gone day one and not get impeached. So that combination was extremely important for him being able to continue to be president and to have the leg to stand on of, I told you right off the bat, I'm not taking away your slaves. Like, that was one of the first things he said as president. I'm not taking away your slaves. I don't want it to extend anywhere else, but I'm not going to take them away. Mm-hmm. So you have no reason to deny me presidency. You have no reason to leave because I'm not going to take them from you. You're fine.
You're fine. Sit down.
Yeah. And that gave him a leg to stand on.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I told you you weren't going to lose them. You broke away. This is on you, buddy. Like, you made your bed. Now you have to sleep in it. It's not my fault. I told you guys what would happen.
Sleep in your bed.
I mean, that's
probably going to be a bedroll under a tree in shitty conditions.
No doubt. But, I mean, the Confederacy did not make the right decisions in a lot of ways. They didn't make the worst decisions, and they were probably closer, like you were saying, than most people realize. If certain things had gone differently,
a lot of other stuff gets really different really quick.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, the Confederates weren't going to be able to have slaves forever. Like, that's just the facts.
Which amusingly many, Lee in particular, acknowledged.
Well, yeah, I don't think he really even liked the idea of slavery. He just picked Virginia over everything else.
Right.
Which, I mean, I kind of get. Like, it's not the same now.
No, it's inconceivable in the modern day. But
well, no, it's not. It's not inconceivable in the modern day. As a United States citizen, it is inconceivable. But if you look at the world as a whole, you go, Great Britain's breaking away from the EU. The EU basically is the United States of Europe. It's not literally, but it basically is. Like, it's the only way that Europe can actually be as powerful as any other country. Because you look at the size of Russia, you look at the size of China, you look at the size of the United States, you look at even the size of Mexico.
Yep.
Or Brazil or
And then
any,
you bring in the Eurozone, and all of a sudden
you're like
they're batting with the big boys.
Texas is like bigger than
Fifth, I
France.
think. The
Texas
numbers
is
keep
bigger
on
than
jostling
France.
around.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's like
Texas and California, each individually.
yeah, and Alaska's like as big as Europe. Like not literally.
Yeah, can confirm. I lived there for a couple of years.
It's
friggin'
huge.
massive. Huge.
And
It's huge.
so the same thing comes in that we're talking about here with the CSA. The fact of the matter is, unless Great Britain can convince everybody to be their puppets, which they did for a long time, there's no way they can have the kind of power that it takes to do the kind of things that America does to keep the peace. There's just no way. There hasn't been a way since World War II, whenever everybody started breaking off from them. Like, once everybody left them, there's just no way that they could hold the kind of power that they need as that small of a nation with no resources of their own, basically.
I mean, they more or less bankrupted themselves to win that war. And I don't mean like just in terms of like, well, let's just print some more pounds or whatever, but like, I think they ran themselves dry in terms of actual raw resources. I'm pretty sure the political capital spent to keep some of the Commonwealth, Dominion nations fighting in the European theater required some serious promises vis-a-vis independence afterwards and whatnot, to the point that, I mean, like,
yeah, they were done.
Yeah,
it was over.
They were done, and they knew it, and I think they were just tired from trying to keep the whole thing together anyway. Not that I was there to confirm that, but you know.
Oh
no,
no!
Sniper 8, press
Dang
after
it!
pay respects. Oof.
I thought I could get away. These guys over here were just chilling, just chillaxing. Come on, guys. He's gonna pay for it though. Just a little late. Day late and $1 short. Who are they targeting? Just target that guy. 8-on-1 again, so all those guys are focusing on that guy now. That's good. Move some more guys over here. Keep everybody focusing on that guy. Still got 4 hours left. This guy's annoying as all get out. What's wrong with him? You can't even see this guy somehow. This is like full forest right here. Somehow. Don't explain. Don't ask me how. I know, right? But of course, you get him to shift and then you fire at him. It's always fun. It's my favorite. And they just shift back and forth and keep getting shot. Yeah. Best ever. You still have confident morale. Why are you falling back?
They're going to be more confident in that urban cover.
Yeah, that's probably true. I would be. Okay. We need to take a look at everything. Okay. Standing out in the open. It's always grand old time. Let's try not standing out in the open. Or not being seen. How on earth are you still seen? What is seeing you? Where? There's a sniper.
Might have a recon point?
No. There's no recon points here. But there is a sniper right there that should see anybody that's out there. But I don't, somehow. I guess he's right there. There he is. He's there. Just couldn't see him. I mean, that is not very far away for a sniper to not be able to see somebody. Just saying. This is not great either. But hopefully between like 4 units of snipers, we can tell them to go home. Can we tell you to go home? And will you listen? If we do. You gotta be kidding me. Okay. I was about to say, if that guy actually gets off a volley, that's ridiculous. You did take like a lot of casualties. Oh, great. I really want to shoot this guy anyway, though, even though I shouldn't.
I mean, I do every now and again get a bit spiteful for no real reason.
Yeah, I'm like, I really should be waiting for that guy to charge, and instead I'm firing at the other guy, but it worked out okay. We're gonna press in. I'm gonna regret it. Probably. Good news is I think there is some house cover. I guess that isn't actually cover. I thought that was cover for some reason. Some of the green parts like this will sometimes be like forest cover along the edge of maps, like it is over here. Like this is cover, even though it doesn't really look like it. It's actually cover. So you just have to be careful and look for that. Both because, you know, they could use it against you and because, you know, you can use it against them. I prefer to use it against them rather than have it used against me, but that's just my own personal feelings. I hate having cover used against me. Oh my goodness, this is terrible. Oh man, that just makes me sick that I made that mistake. All it takes is one mistake. And you lose almost 200 men. See, there's the snipers. So one thing you can do is if you stop at like max range, then you can take less damage from them. You can also start running.
Yeah, I mean, you got 2 or 3 units, you can just roll over them, you know?
Yeah, but I gotta be careful.
Snipers, they'll suck, obviously. Just
I don't want to take the flag.
Napoleonic flying. Oh, yeah, that's true too. Do a Napoleonic flying column and just lead your swarm, lead your assault swarm with like 2 or 3 units detached skirmishers, and just be like, off to the forlorn hope, boys. You know.
This is gonna happen whether they like it or not. Okay. Oh, I guess I should use these guys, probably. Hopefully, all of them will be able to reach. I don't think any of them can reach, probably. Oh, all of them can? Really? Wow, that's nice. So we do see... Oh, yeah, shatter. I like it. And that guy's going to shatter really soon, too.
They were like, we're going to get him. And you're like, are you sure about that?
And shatter. Come on, shatter that guy. Okay. Yeah, see, I took a few losses there, but nothing too bad. And we're about to kick him out of this forest in like 5 seconds. So, with extreme prejudice. Killed him with extreme prejudice.
Do it. My God, there's so much up there. Holy crap.
I told you. Told you it's dangerous. Oh, and there's this guy back here still, too. I gotta watch out for it.
Boomer?
Yeah. I guess.
Boomer.
Okay, Boomer. I love that that's a thing now because our enemy team here in Oklahoma is, you know, the Sooners, and their mascot is a boomer.
Oh no.
Yeah, literally his name is Boomer because they say Boomer Sooner. I'm just like, okay, Boomer. It's hilarious. It makes me laugh every time I hear okay, Boomer.
Yeah, I know that.
See, there's their cav. There's their cav.
I'm shocked they even have cav.
You got 2 units of cav.
Like, it's 1864 now. We're you know, like, at this stage in the historical war, it's largely indistinguishable from, you know, France 1914 in terms of everywhere they go, they start digging trenches and all that kind of shit.
You mean 1915?
I said, oh yeah.
Like not the very start of the war.
True. Once the trenches and properly dug in.
Because at first, the French were just stupid and did horse charges into trenches. And did very bad things to themselves.
As is tradition.
As is French tradition. Yes, that is sadly correct. Very sadly. It is absolutely terrible what they did to themselves. in World War II and one
One.
and one, both,
I mean, two.
both of them.
That was as much just a failure to mobilize quickly or react to the required mobility than anything else.
Yeah, and they should have dug more trenches.
And as we've seen repeatedly in Hearts of Iron, extend that damn Maginot Line.
Yeah, that's is
I
literally.
tried, not to get into a different game too much, but I tried. Spain got a new tree in Hoi 4.
Yeah.
You can get ready for the Civil War. You got like 30 seconds. Like I'm exaggerating, obviously, but
On speed 5.
yeah, yeah, speed 5 with a good processor. You got about 30 seconds to get ready. It's intense. It's a really cool race against the clock to like, because if you can get down that full tree, you can make whichever side of the pick, nationalist or Republican. It gets pretty OP. Like you keep a bunch of supplies and a bunch of the units break your way out of the actual army and all this kind of crap. But if the other faction's able to launch the war before you get through that tree, then you're at rougher and rougher odds. So it's kind of a cool race against the clock. In my first trial game, I did not do well, and then I also didn't get the Soviets to help out. I was playing Republican.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. When I usually play the Ruskies, like I'm chomping at the bit. I want to get my volunteers over there as soon as possible. And the AI Soviet did not seem to be nearly as excited about the free military experience to get troops over there.
Yeah. And then you start having to face off against panzers and.
Oh my god! Yeah, Italian Alpini, and then panzers showed up against otherwise unsupported Republican rebels. It was not a great time.
Yeah. And your infantry is absolutely terrible too.
Atrocious,
So
yeah.
it's not even like you have good infantry units.
No.
They
I'm
are.
begging the outside world, like, anybody please lend me like a sharp stick, lend me some pencils that have been sharpened recently, like you name it, anything.
We'll go with it.
We're getting ready for the Germans, man. We need every infantry _weapon _1 that we can get our hands on.
Yeah. Okay. Come on.
You got them boxed in, although the question is now, unfortunately, they're boxed in very, very good defensible terrain, unless you can loop it, I guess.
This guy's still not gone.
It's shocking. Yeah, that redoubt near whichever is the rightmost objective is incredibly tough.
Okay. We got to move up.
Also exceptional defensive terrain, though. Holy crap. Uphill from a river, open terrain in every direction, trenches. Yeah, it's exceptional defensive terrain.
Yeah. It's oh, that's why. Come on, guys. Pretty sure I told you guys to attack that.
Wait, did Matthews walk literally all the way across the battlefield?
Matthias, yeah, I guess he did.
He's like, you know what?
He was what? He was guarding this one?
Yeah, he was.
I think, or was it this one?
He's like, I'm tired of that stuff. I want to go fight over
So he went all the way back here. I fought him at least once over here, and then he fell all the way back over there.
I think he's also grinding his stamina stat.
Man. Union guys are trying to outdo me. Can't outdo 100.
Yeah, that's fair.
But
my stamina can't go
they're
in there,
trying.
dude.
Oh, I forgot my general. I have a speed general and everything.
Yeah, that's right. In this game, you need to be in the aura to get the bonus, don't you?
Well, no, you get 5% just for being in his thing, being in his core. But his core is the artillery core. So,
Okay.
yeah, that doesn't really work. There's this other. You see his other cavalry?
I did, very briefly.
Yeah. So
It's actually an excellent perk for artillery, though.
speed.
Yeah.
I mean, it's either that or experience. I don't know.
Yeah. I only conceptually I like the idea of the rapidity of setup and tear down. Just because that's the worst part in my experience of.
Why is he moving his artillery?
I want to hit them with my swords.
I don't know what you're
He's
doing.
planning a daring melee charge with 24 pounders.
I guess he can't see, but like the units over here, maybe.
Yeah. Look at that. You got plenty of vision over there, but then everybody over here down south has no eyes.
Oh, he's gonna. I'm gonna cross this river and he's gonna hit me hard with like 5 units on the flag.
You're gonna wreck them though. Oh, there might be dudes in the woods.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, there's gonna be dudes in the woods. There just is. Like,
there's always dudes in the woods.
There is. Every time. Okay. We still got 3 hours left, so we got time.
Okay, you also, that's good that you know how long you've got. That is nuts that they imagined you would get this thing done before the timer went off.
I could. I would take so many casualties.
Crippling losses.
No. Only because I always use all my time the entire game, though. Like, if I went into every single match thinking all I have is the time on the board and I've got to do everything I can to win by that point and play all the matches that kind of way, oh yeah, I would totally at this point in the game be just done. You wouldn't have enough men. There's not enough. You don't get enough men as the Confederates to do that. You have to use all the time you can. Okay. Now we just have to wait. And oh, that's the other thing I have to do. I have to actually disengage these guys. At least one of them. Matthias, what are you doing? Seriously. Seriously, bro. Seriously. It's not going to end well for you. It's not going to end well for me either, but it's not going to end well for you. Okay. So, did their cannons die? It looks like they did. Because I see a line, see like that line of dead cannons, and then I see a line going here. So
yeah,
I think that's it. And I see the line there, and I see a bunch of cavalry there. That guy can go that way. This guy goes this way. I don't want to push in too far, because I don't want to take the flag, and I also don't want to like upset the balance, like where they want to charge out at me. Like, I like this right now because I still got 3 hours left, and I need to wear this guy down. I need to push in up here. I need to move my snipers around. You know why, right? To get those shots we were talking about before.
Yeah.
To be able to shoot this guy from the side and this guy from the side.
Yep.
So we've got to do that. We also have to use this guy to shoot this guy, mower. Skirmisher surrendered. Yay. Okay. Coin flip. Which one is it going to be? It's going to be the bad ones or is it going to be the good ones? It's going to be the bad ones. It's going to be no, it's the good ones. Whitworth's.
Sick.
Yes, I captured the Whitworth guy. I think there's only one Whitworth guy and 2 or 3 of the other. So I'm not 100% on that. Don't quote me. Should have looked before, but didn't think about it. I do know that I've got some before, so I know that there is some possibility to get some. I really feel like if this guy isn't seen, most likely there's not many people in this forest. Oh man, I'm gonna regret this. But if I didn't do it, I'd regret not moving forward at some point, because you gotta move forward at some point. That guy needs to go back to his unit. Okay, both of these guys need to go forward. This is just a extremely micro-intense battle. Extremely micro-intense. All those guys are good, firing on whatever they're firing at. Those guys are all firing over there.
Experience of the late game. As though the operations have gotten significantly bigger, the stakes or the left and right limits on the missions are that much tighter.
Yeah. You're that much more likely to lose a ton of men. I think I'm going to want to move these guys up soon, so I'm going to move the guys in the back forward. Because I think they're about to lose sight on Matthias anyway. So I might as well get him moving. This guy's going to want to go to that farmhouse. I think I've taken out most of their cannons. Like, I don't see all the dead ones in this, though. That's not good. It might be all of them. That's one way you can... I don't know if I've talked about this, like, to my viewers and stuff. Oftentimes, what you can do is you can just look at ones that have been recently defeated, and if you see a line of cannons along it, then you know that you killed all of them in place. But if there isn't, then you know you need to still hunt down at least partial unit.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah. Of course, like this one was one of the early ones we killed. It's already been cleaned out. But it has no one in it, which is an indication that they've already been cleared out. Whereas like, and so is this one, pretty much it just has a couple men in it, no cannons, which means that, but like this one, and that one all have a bunch of cannons in them, which makes it pretty likely that we killed all of them, along with that one, that one. This one moved out, so you can kind of see there's one cannon there that was the cannon that made him rout, probably.
Yeah.
And then the line of cannons here shows that he's dead. Basically. Great, they're getting into forts now. Lovely. And we got to be careful and not take the flag, because if we take the flag, we win early, and we don't want to win early. We want to win on my timeline. Oh, wow, this guy... When did he lose that many men? Is there a cannon left somewhere? I didn't think I lost that many men on anybody over here.
Was he the one that was getting shelled a little bit in the open while you were shooting somebody else?
Maybe, but I didn't think I lost 111 men. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, you need to run. Okay. That guy should be wearing away on this guy. Steady.
Could be interesting.
What could?
Could be, well, they're crossing. Hall, I think, is crossing at you.
It looked like he was, but then it looked like he turned. And he came back.
It looks like you're about to take the leftmost objective. There's looks like, 2 weak infantry and a cav unit trying to hold you back. Like, yeah, you've got... I know you don't want all three until...
Well, I can't... This is the one I don't want, because this one you pretty much have to take to just move on this position. But with this one, hopefully I can split to either side. I am not 100% certain on that, but gonna try. And then just have snipers be here.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Which will then kind of shoot past, hopefully. That's the goal, and backed up by a couple units of infantry. This guy moves forward. That guy moves forward, 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 forward. Probably don't want to run with these guys right now, because it doesn't look like we have a specific objective that we can get to, if that makes sense. Like, I usually try to only use run if there's like an objective.
Oh yeah,
that's my general rule. Like, this is to get around these guys and hopefully we might be able to get flanking shots and keep them from crossing anymore. But over on the other side, there just isn't much to gain. And I mean, it's even more important, obviously, in the rebalance, but even in this one, condition does matter. Seriously?
wow.
Like, you can disappear right there.
Fucking ninja infantry.
Oh, they're charging somewhere. This is not great.
You'll be fine. Although watch out for Sanborn. He's doing the whole enter trenches and then 420 no scope it, or 360 no scope it. I'm combining two different memes there.
There's 3 snipers that are going to hit him from behind.
He's going to be gone, but it's going to hurt your,
No, he's good.
Hurt melee 6 in the process.
I mean, with that many guys like flanking him, there's no way he was going to get anywhere. But yeah, that's the reason why they're there. Is because, yeah, ouch. It could be. I mean, obviously this guy wouldn't have been able to break him by himself, so you have to have the snipers. This is bad. There's a artillery unit right there still. So I think that's what's doing it to me. Probably turn as well. And maybe that'll give us a little bit better cover. I don't think it did, though. Hopefully this guy can shoot Hall and, you know, actually get him off of his spot, but it doesn't look like it. Oh, man. Yep, that's it for Reed. Good.
Oh, that'll be a good position.
Yep. I think I can swing this guy around a little bit more as well without tripping the flag. Hopefully. Which will let me get Stanley now. That's good. Move forward just a little bit more there. Yeah, that guy's standing out in the water. He's going to be toast. Keep these guys moving. Have we beat this guy yet? No.
Truly shocking.
It is a little shocking. And this guy still hasn't gone down either. He's wavering. Okay. Let us move forward. So yeah, as soon as I say something, then he goes ahead. See, that's the cannon, man. The cannon is eating him alive. Which is weird, because he's not that close to that. And he does have 76% cover. It's not like he's in 0% cover. Just is not enough. Invisible now, though. I don't think I can do that. I think I can still do that, mostly because like there's so much water in here and this is marsh and it's just a mess to try to cross that. So I think that he won't be able to get at me easy. Probably need to let these guys rest a little bit. Well, only that guy. The rest of them are pretty good. I thought that would be close enough. It's just not quite. See, yeah, I mean, there's just no way to move through this without taking it.
Yeah. Or without either taking it or risking leaving an artillery unit unobserved and just blasting away.
Yeah, see, blasting away. In 100% cover. Still take several hundred casualties. All right, not several tens of casualties. It was like one volley was like 20 casualties in 100% cover. It's a little high. I still can't see him. See, that's what I mean by I can't see this guy, like, ever.
You really got to get right up on his ass, and at which point in time he's canistering you or something.
Yep. And this guy still isn't gone. He's wavering. Oh, come on. I still can't see him. I can see that guy behind him. So frustrating. And I don't want to move this guy forward because he doesn't have as good a cover, but I think I just have to.
Try and just bum rush into that house past the trench line.
Yeah, but that is
I know, it's right up on it.
To the walls.
From the window, in fact.
Oh, man. Ouch.
Yeah, and then 1961-4, if that's I'm reading that right, is probably getting hit by a light horn or lighthouse.
No, he doesn't. He hasn't dropped his rifles yet.
Okay.
But if I do anything crazy, he will. Come on, skirmishers. Yes.
Oh boy. Well, there's 2 batteries. Well, wood's not long for this world.
So I think whenever I was talking earlier, I said I didn't think there was enough cannons here. I was right.
Yeah.
That's wood right there. Because I was looking at it and I only saw the one cannon and I was like, I don't know, but I saw some bodies around and I was like, maybe it's right behind the tree and I can't see it. But I was right.
I mean, I can see 2, but that's not enough. I agree.
Is there? I see a body there and a body there and that cannon, but I don't see another cannon.
I'm looking at a different readout.
Okay. So I think that was the reason why this guy was taking so many casualties. Was wood. Which I couldn't see from right here, but I could see from up here. This guy can see wood, but this guy can't. That's ridiculous. Well, that guy's routing now. That's good, but not good enough, because, I mean, I still got to worry about the fact that I don't have enough men up here. Yeah, this guy should be up here. And so should this guy.
Thankfully, Thayer just routed back, so you should be able to get Lighthorn out of there.
And Smith, both. Make a cross right there.
Yeah, you'll be able to do both, I imagine.
Put that guy back away. And ready these guys up. Put them all on run. Because we're going to want to run forward as soon as he's out of that. This guy's rested up a little bit. We are in melee somewhere. That's not good.
I mean, it is the melee unit.
Yeah, but this guy, Reed, is going to fire into that if I don't stop. Yeah. And that's not good. Like, the actual melee is good, but the actual circumstances in which this unit finds itself in is not so good. Because Buckland just got absolutely wrecked.
Annihilated, yeah.
Oh, Beeb got wrecked. Oh, that's painful.
That is awesome.
I think he was a 700 or 650, 670 whenever he ran in there. And got hit by multiple units all at once and absolutely took a pounding.
Just annihilated.
I don't know how far I can go over here, but I really want a unit right here.
I think you can probably do it. I mean, it's going to be kind of some uncomfortable skirting the edge of the river there, but once you're in that block of trees immediately south of Melee 1, I think you should be okay. And far enough away you won't trip anything.
Because I really want Ransom to not be able to... Yep, right there.
Yeah, there's... Gosh darn, that is a quite... There, for as much as you've been battering the ever-living crap out of them, there is still truly a shocking amount of them remaining.
There is. Oh no, you gotta be kidding me. He walked over.
Oh, he did the thing where we're occupying the same space. Let me go ahead and shimmy some.
Oh man, 141 deaths. The whole thing you were talking about earlier where, you know, he wasn't getting shot? Yeah, he's definitely getting shot now. And he's in, like, no cover, and, yeah.
He's having a rough week. So, are they supposed to be 1861, not 1961, or are they fighting with FN files?
Wow. All of them must be like that. Let's see. Yep, 1961s. Oh, man. I make myself laugh at myself.
Well, we've all got, you know, NATO chambered 5.56, and they're putting out a pretty surprising rate of fire. You know, it's fine.
They're putting out a pretty surprisingly low rate of fire for those
Yeah,
guns.
that's true, actually.
One person with that gun could put out way more firepower.
You wouldn't want them standing shoulder to shoulder, marching in the open?
Well, I wouldn't mind my guys doing it if the other guys didn't have them.
Sure, yeah.
I mean,
In that instance, I reckon it'd be all right.
yeah. And again, artillery. Like, ugh. Still just don't want to be.
Can confirm.
Artillery is bad.
I myself was not an artillery person, but I was in an artillery unit, and I think I probably talked about this, but on the channel, I think the single, most endearing sight that is going to be etched in my mind for the rest of my life is all 18 howitzers in my battalion, all lined up. This is when we were in California training before our deployment, and when they count down over the loudspeaker for the whole area, and they were just testing, I don't know, radio controls or something, or whatever. They count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and all 18 guns fire in perfect synchronicity. And it is one of the most awe-inspiring sights. Different kind of artillery, obviously, but oh man! And then about a minute later or so, on a mountain, an NTC, just all rounds go off, and it's just they're not in perfect line or anything, and they actually weirdly did hit at different times. Not, I mean, like we're talking about half a second in one direction or the other, but cool sight.
I remember you talking about something about they fired the guns they shouldn't have, like in cold weather or something, and they busted.
Oh man, yeah, this was over the winter.
That was funny.
We were up in Alaska, and new cannons get in, and one of the units wants to like do a test fire for like to qualify on the guns, I think, and a lot of the lower NCOs and stuff are not even the lower NCOs are like probably not. We shouldn't do that. It's the middle of winter. And the officers are like, "Oh, it'd be a great idea. We can call for the unit, and the cannons have XYZ tolerance or whatever." And everyone's like, "Yeah, but physics, dude. Like hot fire plus cold metal, it's not going to be great." So they get overridden. We go and fire the mission. They fire and foul the barrel because hot fire plus cold metal negative 22 is bad news bears for anybody involved.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it completely ruins the gun, but there was a lot of paperwork afterwards and everything else to try and make it right. But they were otherwise brand new howitzers. It was quite the story.
They are still steady. Man. I am not paying enough attention.
I'm trying your ear off, my bad.
Yeah, but I mean, this is already bad. Like, this is bad. I should not have gotten my guys into this position.
I know we're differing level, differing calibers of player, because to my perspective, it's going fantastic.
Oh, okay. I've lost more men than I thought I would.
Yeah, and I'm getting so I've got 10 medicine on my Rebel playthrough, and it's gotten buffed from the vanilla game. So I'm over here like, yeah, whatever. Send him into the gristle mill and see who comes out the other side. Let the sawbones figure it out.
Oh man.
So I'm gonna record the audio for Chancellorsville probably tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll wrap up the battle. I take like 12 thou, I think, in that battle, and I'll get 30 some odd % of it back. So I'm not that butthurt about it, but it's definitely the largest casualty pool I've taken thus far. And I'm expecting it's only going to go uphill from there. Yeah, dude, back off.
Wounded.
Unless you're really, really gunning to try and kill these units, because I know the objective for you is to wipe the map.
See, if I back off right now, I'm gonna take a bunch of losses, like pulling back anyway.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's already too late.
You're already committed. Yeah, that's fair.
I've committed basically every single unit here.
If you got artillery, don't lose sight of Strollbrand.
Here's all my artillery.
It's too far away.
Yeah, probably. I never moved it forward.
Battery, though.
Yeah, they need to move up that far just to get sight on them.
Yeah, wow. Okay.
That's not good.
Here's all my artillery.
All the way back here. It is not where it needs to be. Okay, these guys might be able to get shots, maybe? Wow. Also great. Okay. I don't think I'm going to take that many more losses, not compared to how many I've already taken. But see, like, even this guy is still steady. That guy's wavering. And I only have one guy firing at him, and I've got two guys firing at the other guy. They must not be far enough over. But that guy's already wavering, so I should be fine. Because there's no way he's coming back from wavering. With 2 units coming on. Not with that fire rate. Is there 4 units of cav? Okay, well... They fire so fast! Okay. Should just start eating them, though. At this point. Lightburn ran. Okay, come around that way. You want to get a shot on this guy from this side, if possible. Please, let me shoot you. No, it's not going to let me. It's going to make me fight Smith first. And that's not really the position I want to be in. Maybe I can get it. See, Smith should be between me and him. Should not be able to shoot me from where he is. That's just my opinion, though. And there's like a bunch of guys like lined up here. Are they still there? And I just can't see them somehow? I don't even know at this point. Cannons!
Yeah, it's getting to be a messy, exciting portion of the battle, but this is not at all the way you like to play.
No, it's not. It is not. They're not staying routed, for one thing. This is...
It's glorious.
It's glorious.
It's not at all what I think you like to do, or frankly, if things are going to plan, what I like to do, but you are doing well, all things considered. This is going to hurt more than I think you want it to, obviously, but...
I think it's going to be more fun than I wanted it to be, too.
Maybe, yeah.
Because I really wanted this to be just...
methodical.
Yeah. Hall surrendered, but then unsurrendered. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's bad. My guy retreating out with 500 casualties. Not optimal. I really just want you to just get into melee and break him before he fires. That did not happen. There is a bunch of guys in there, for sure. For sure. Guaranteed. I just can't see them. Okay, that guy needs to run. 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 That guy is running away. Oh, you know another thing that might help? This guy that gives a cover bonus. That might help. And a melee bonus. That might help. I rushed this way too fast. That's one of the biggest things. That is not what I meant to do. You're supposed to keep moving. You're supposed to hold place. Man. It's so close to being good, though. I just not pushed. Oh wow, there's a guy just chilling back there. Stanley, where are you? Get out of there.
Give me your guns.
So I've done this battle with only 1,000 casualties.
That's not today.
That is not today.
This is not that day.
This is not that day. I didn't get nearly this many kills or captures. I didn't get any captures, I don't think.
Watch out for 61-2.
Yeah, I think he can take that. I mean,
Oh, he outnumbers him by 1,000. He's fine.
Yeah, and he fired at him like 3 times on the way in.
He's fine, yeah.
Oh, now that, on the other hand, not so much. Oh, come on.
Ninja command.
Oh, come on. That was bad. I shouldn't have done that. Breaking out the unit is actually the wrong way to play that, because it stopped its charge. Stanley's chain routing, or whatever you call it, where they route and then stop routing. I mean, chain surrendering. Feel like that should be a good fight for me. Got an hour and 10 minutes left. So I did not need to push this hard. Not even close. Then like once you start, like you can't just stop like in the middle of it. Or bad things happen. Like this. But worse, because then you're also trying to retreat out of it.
Yeah, because you got quite the murder ball, but everything's kind of overlapping in all kinds of weird ways.
Yeah. I mean, but somehow all of their units are still like, I'm fine with this. This sounds good.
Like that meme going around with the dog and his house is on fire, and he's like, this is fine.
Everything's fine. No big deal. We got this. We can still fire volleys. We know how to volley. Like this guy, this 465 still, oh, he was still firing, okay, this 435 still firing volleys with guys like in his face. $4,000 men in your face, and you're just like, sure. Sounds good. Sounds fair. Okay. Need to start locking the guys down. Hey, look, it's Mower. Sure, Sanborn. Come on over here. The water's fine. Except the fact that Stanley's now going to shoot me through you. But besides that, everything's fine. Come on. Like, I saw how many losses he just took. He should be surrendering. What are you doing? Where are you going? Seriously. They just keep walking away. It's like, hey, look, there's Sanborn. I knew you were going to want to join me for a nice cup of tea over here in the river. Did you know if you don't capture this, you actually tie? It's funny.
Huh.
So
if you clear the map, you bypass whatever.
Nope, that is not the truth.
Oh, dear.
I don't know on this map if that's true or not. You might be correct on this map.
You're gonna kill these all in 20 minutes. You should probably go take the point.
I did. I sent my sniper forward.
It looks blue to me.
I sent my sniper forward.
Oh, okay.
See,
Just like a classic proper Battlefield 2 scout player with a non-scoped battle rifle. He's playing the fucking objective.
Yup, playing the objective. That's okay. Forget it. I'm tired of this. Just go.
Oh, here we go. Somewhere Johnny's like, why am I happy?
Oh man, tired of this. Tired of like trying to finesse this. It's over. It's over, guys. You guys are dead. You just didn't know it yet. Let's see. Are they all that? Ooh, they're all Whitworth. Never mind. I was wrong. Never been so happy to be wrong in my life.
Quite the murder ball. And Smith is like, we can hold them back.
Don't give up yet, guys. We got this. Hey, look at that. I mean, don't get me wrong. It wasn't pretty. It could have been a lot better. Definitely wasn't as bad as it could have been. Hey, look. It is an automatic victory. 5,500 losses.
And you're like, that's abnormally high. And I'm over here like, I see this as an absolute win.
Oh, man. This makes me uncomfortable.
Do you have any medicine?
Oh, yeah. I've got 10 medicine.
Oh, yeah. So you'll get most of that. Not most of it back, but you'll get
25%.
Yeah.
I'll get 1,000 of it back. 0 guns lost. But I mean, I don't think you'll find anybody else that
No.
wiped this battle with only 5,500 losses.
And if this and then if this one went rough for you in the cleanup phase, like
Oh yeah. I still had 35 minutes left.
yeah,
45
yeah,
minutes
I want
left.
you to know that you killed everything.
Yeah.
Go take a look at your captures. I want to see what kind of good shit you got.
Oh man. So 226 Whitworths. 7,063s. Few Spencer carbines. 20 pound.
Howitzers, Jesus.
Yeah, they
dig those out of some guy's basement.
For some reason, this map, they just bring the worst cannons.
Yeah, because this is kind of where you want to be bringing 20 pounds and like anything rifled and be like, yeah, come at me, bro. I got range for days.
Yeah, I'm glad they don't.
They had proper cannons.
Oh yeah, it would be a lot more painful.
Oh yeah.
Like I'd be keeping my cannons back. Like you don't see this. You don't see this. And all those times that I had like my supply wagon just kind of chilling out there, like getting hit by a 12-pound howitzer or a 24-pound howitzer for max range, and didn't even care. Like I would, my supply wagons would have been dead, like just straight up.
For real. Capping 20 of those is not
Ooh.
bad.
Deceased,
I mean, it's a
wounded.
brigadier, whatever. That's like a captain for you, right? Okay.
I mean, I did get one
You just
lieutenant.
get 5 3-stars. I don't or 2-star.
Oh, that's two 3-stars and
two
3
3-stars.
2-stars.
Yeah, so you're fine.
Yeah, I know I'm
Plus,
fine. I
once
just
Wilbert and Cable are done, reading magazines and whatnot, their downtime.
it's still painful though.
Yeah, 279 dead on that one unit's rough.
So snipers all did pretty well,
As is their nature.
as is their nature.
Look, Sniper 7 only killed 921. Not even killing 1,000. Get out of here. Delete the unit.
And lost 63. Ugh. That's like all those snipers that I captured. Is
Right.
like I just lost them all. Plus some. Cause yeah, I only captured like 200 and something. 226. And I lost 100 right there. Well, I'll get 25% of them back. So I got that going for me at least. But still, that's painful. It's a lot more losses than I should have taken. But I did capture.
More than I think you're used to.
Oh yeah, way more than I'm used to. Like, I think part of it is because I was playing while talking to you, and I wanted to be impressive a little bit. And so I really wanted to get all of them. And
you did?
I might have pushed a little too hard to do that.
Well, I'm talking your ear off the whole time.
I know it was me pushing too hard. I knew not to cross that river. I shouldn't have crossed the river when I did, because they were still coming forward towards me every once in a while. And if I just let them keep doing that, it would have been fine. But
Sure.
I wouldn't have gotten as many captures probably. I was starting to feel the time a little bit, just because I was like, how long does it actually take to wrap this up? I've never actually done this. Never actually been able to wrap it up. I had one time that I was on really good route to do it. I had 3 hours left, or 2 hours and like 40 minutes left, and I captured the objective on the hill over here. And 30 minutes later, the game was over, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! I still have like 2 hours and 10 minutes left." I was like, I could have finished it up in that time. I think. I was so mad. So that's just kind of how it goes. Like, you just run into some embarrassing moments. I mean, speaking of embarrassing moments, right there, that's an embarrassing moment. 683 losses and wood. I told you that guy was hiding. That guy got me good.
Yeah,
720, 274 that I could not see him. And I thought it was the other guy shooting me. So I was like, oh, it won't be that big a deal. I was wrong. I was really confused. I mean, he only had like 120 men left. And yet he was dishing it out. He must have had 24-pound howitzers. That you don't get those kind of numbers with that low number of troops in that short amount of time on a guy that was in 70% cover. It's not like he was in zero cover. But of course, my 20Ps, oh man, 20Ps, man. That's where it's at.
They're fantastic pieces.
So much better than anything else. So let's see what. Yeah, that was their best kills. Then Leggett. I don't remember who were having problems with. Matthews was being a little annoying that one bit. Boomer. Remember him hanging around a bit. Some snipers doing some work. You just can't stop snipers from doing work. Like,
yeah, that's for real. That's just their nature.
Yeah, you can stop cannons by just staying out of their range and gunning them down first, or just rushing in and only letting them get off one volley. But snipers, man, they just fall back so fast. Oh, the other snipers aren't on this list because I captured them. I was like, where are the rest of the snipers? So, I mean, but if you look, like, just right there, already got down to 100 kills. So it's the majority of my losses are just like right here on these few units, and that's just from pushing into them, I think. Sniper, I probably would have taken that many no matter what. It's just nature of snipers. But everybody else, Bolton, I don't think I could have done anything about. He was probably the one shooting my one of my supply wagons or something. Oh man, that makes me want to play it again. Post this one for the entertainment value and play it again and just be like, I only lost 1,000 men and I killed like almost all of them.
Yeah, I've thought about doing that every now and again when I record an episode, and I'm kind of like, I know I can do better. But
Yeah.
This is a good app. Like I several times I've played these battles, and I'm like, I know I can do better, but this is an amusing episode because it's exciting to watch.
Yeah, epic fails are sometimes, epic. I think my reputation is going to come out like exactly perfect to like buy the men and the guns. I think it comes out like perfect once I get because the last one I think is another 5 rep. Is that right? 5 rep, yeah. So then it'll put me at exactly 20 rep if I buy both of these, I think.
Yeah, sure.
Will it? No, it won't. How much do I have to spend? I have to spend 50. So, yeah, that would be exactly right.
Yeah,
and I'll be at exactly 20. Like, I don't know if that's the best idea going into Washington, having zero. Like that, I think that's actually -1 morale or -2 morale.
20, it's -1, yeah.
It's like -1.5. It
But
feels
like,
like 1.5.
fuck it. And I have also heard, I don't know if this is actually true or not, but when I finished the Union series, someone said that the story at the end is based on your victory points, how many you've got left. And I'm over here thinking, I think it's more tied to the difficulty level, but I don't actually know.
I did not know that.
Well, I mean, I don't. The guy could have been just making it up, but
That is true. I'm a little surprised, like, that it took this long to record this, because I was doing runs in like an hour and 40 minutes, and this one took 2 hours and 35.
yeah. Well, we
Start
did
talking
pause
and
to have random conversations in there several times.
we did.
Yeah.
Let's see what we look like here. 3 wounds.
Oh, they don't autofill.
No. Do yours? In
Yeah, and the rebel.
Oh,
whenever you
yeah.
remove your dead officer, it creates a new one of the next rank down.
No. Which means I'm just gonna be short officers for Washington for each of these wounds. Because they won't have time. Well, I guess second day I'll get them back. So that's a little bit, but did anybody actually go down below 2,000 once we got medicine involved? Not quite.
It seemed like it. Some
Very
came really
close. Very close. But I mean, just between these two, it's basically 1,000 losses right there, which is painful.
It hurts. It hurts, yeah.
It hurts. I want to pause it real quick. Okay, so I have put in the numbers. I use the numbers from a different run for the artillery kills, because you can't see the artillery kills until I shut down the recording, and I didn't want to do that before I put it in and just have it all in one recording. So here's the numbers. We faced about 70,000 with our 60,000, and we lost 5,000, 4,400 after medicine. We got a decent kill to death ratio. After medicine, about a 13, and before medicine, about a 10.5 to 1. We killed or captured 85% of the enemy, but I lost like 7.5% of my men. 7, yeah. So it's kind of high on the losses. But it was fun, and we got to actually wipe the whole map, which I don't think very many people do, because it's a little suicidal.
Seems super hard, too.
Seems a little suicidal, too. Like, you're just asking for it. Like, if anything had gone wrong, like, nothing actually went wrong in mine. It just, I pushed too hard. But if things had gone wrong, they could have gotten out, and bad things would have happened. So, to compare, Halls Ferry Road to Panda's stuff. So obviously Panda got a lot fewer deaths, and he got almost as many kills, like 38,000 to my 58. I mean, it's not that many less. Civil War 64, obviously I did a little bit better, because I got the same number of, and I mean, obviously this one was painful. That was painful. Very painful. 19,000 losses. Right? That's very painful. So, kill to death ratio, Panda has me beat by a bit, because he got a 15, and that's before medicine, and I only got a 13 after medicine, so he's got me beat by quite a bit there. That's what happens whenever you get a lot fewer losses. So, overall, it's a fun battle, and
really fun to watch.
Thank you. I try to make it as amusing as possible without doing anything too crazy. We'll switch back over to this. Is it working? It is working.
Yeah.
Okay, so our army is in pretty good shape. We'll be topping most of them off just probably with raw recruits for most of them, but we have plenty of money, so we'll probably take our best infantry and make them into a couple more really high infantry, because it only costs about 150,000 each, so we can do like 2 more. That'll be kind of fun. But I think that's all we've got for today. You guys have a great day. And I guess,
Stay safe.
yeah, COVID. Don't sneeze on people. Don't lick things.
Man.
Don't do any of those stupid things that people do. Because, dude, you're playing a strategy game. You're smarter than that. Like,
You'd like to think.
strategy.
We would hope.
Be strategic.
Stay home.
Stay home. Stay safe. You guys have a good one. And I will see you next time. War Bob out.
Fiasco out.
Well, this has been a blast. Hope you guys have had as much fun as I've had. I'll see you again in the next episode. You guys have a good one,